Hi, my name is Dave, and I am so excited to go over CEOKnow with you and talk about all the amazing things that this tool has for your business. Now, the point of CEOKnow was to bridge the gap between CEOs and business leaders who aren't necessarily marketers at their core with the knowledge of the marketing team. It's to help CEOs and business leaders to guide and direct their marketing teams, and it's an accountability tool that helps the two of those teams to stay on the same page and make sure that goals are aligned and things like that. So I'm going to go over some of the things in the tool with you right now. So first and foremost, very simply, it gives you a quick visual overview of the website and shows you how your site looks on different devices. This is important so that the CEO always knows if the site's mobile responsive, if there's any errors happening in any browsers, you can see that very quickly. Now, you'll notice the navigation at the top of each step. There are 10 steps in the tool. So step 1 is all about search engine rankings. In order to rank higher in the search engines, you have to have other websites from the internet mentioning your website. This means you have to empower your team to create really good content and information that will get talked about around the internet. And when that happens, when those mentions from other websites point into your website, it makes your rankings go up. It's quite simple. So this chart shows you how many people are actually out there talking about your site that we're discovering with our tools. So you can see on this referring domains chart that at the end here, on the 14th of March 2019, there were 1,567 domains. Now previously you can see that there were 1,377 unique places, unique sites that were mentioning this particular website around the web. You want this to be going up and to the right. That's the whole goal there. If you need more information about anything in this chart, there's a bunch of information here on the left, and there's also these explainer videos that have been created for each section of the site so that you know exactly what the data is and what it's all about. So if we go to step 2, it's going to show you the number of phrases that are ranking inside of Google. Now what this means, our servers go out and we work with partners who go out and they're constantly searching millions of domains, and they log all of the sites that come up on the top 10 pages of Google when those phrases are searched for. These are the phrases that we have learned through Google that are being searched for a lot on the internet. So what we do is we show you each month the number of phrases that we have seen your site ranking under, both organically, and then you can actually take this away and you can see the paid keywords. These are keyword phrases that your team is paying for in Google. So you can see, quick overview, is it going up, is it going down? And if it's going down, you know that you need to talk to your team. If it's going up, you know that you need to congratulate your team accordingly. Once again, lots of info on the left going over all this data, and then there's a video below that goes into much more detail and explains that data to you. So step 3, is the search engine traffic to your site trending positively? So this is not number of keywords like the previous chart, this is the trend. So for example, this is actually a good example, you can see here that recently there's been a large bump to this particular website in paid traffic. The CEO doesn't necessarily want to know the details of that, but they do want to know what's happening and how they might be able to kind of make sure that there's not overspend, different things like that, that this traffic is actually hitting specific company goals that exist. So we'll go down to the next step, step 4. This is the low-hanging fruit opportunities. This is my personal favorite section of the tool. What this does, it grabs all of the keyword phrases that we have found your website to be coming up under when those phrases are searched for in Google. And then we look at the ones specifically that are in positions 5 through 20. Now the reason we look at 5 through 20 is because those are keyword phrases that have a really good likelihood of increasing with just a few links that we talked about in step 1. So what we do though is we look at the search volume, your current position, how difficult it is to rank for that keyword, the current cost per click, and we create what's called a priority score, which you can see on the right. That priority score, the higher, means the more opportunity quicker exists for the keyword phrase. Let me say that a different way. The keyword phrases on the left are listed in order of what they should be prioritized, as long as you keep in mind that those keyword phrases need to be ones that will actually drive revenue to your business, which should be obvious. Our tools obviously don't know, for example, if this website, like stabilizer is the third one, maybe stabilizer isn't a keyword phrase that generates a large profit for this business. If that's the case, you just scratch it out. So that's that section. Step 5, this is where we start to go over all of the title tags, description tags, and things for each page of your site. So what you want to see here is that these pages are specific pages about different topics that you actually sell, different products, different services, things like that. And you can see what they are as you go down through. You can also easily catch any errors on any pages that may or may not exist. So step 6, this is a quick glance of the information above. It's a little bit redundant, but it's important. You want to look through this list and just look and make sure that there aren't any overwhelmingly over and over again words that are coming up that maybe is a little redundant in Google's eyes, that maybe there's just too much of it. You want to make sure that there's a lot of diversity within these keyword phrases as you're looking through them. Step 7, this is what brings up broken pages on your site. And you can see this particular site has some. These sites are broken. Now here's the problem with broken pages on a site. Google loves to see other sites linking to your website. That is what makes your rankings increase. Again, we talked about that in step 1. But if the pages that are being linked to from other websites, in other words, if I put a link on my website that points to your website, but your page is broken, it results in what's called a 404 error. That's bad. Google frowns upon that. You want to have all of your pages coming up. Now, sometimes we'll do a redesign and the URLs change on our site, or sometimes we will discontinue a product or service, so we'll take the page down. But that's not what you should do. You should do what's called a 301 redirect, which your team can do for you. I know that's technical, and have these broken pages through and redirect to a new web page. Really, really important. Step 8, are you wasting money by paying Google to rank for phrases that you shouldn't be? So this is where we show you the keyword phrases that we have found you to currently be paying for in Google. And sometimes there are things in here that shouldn't be here. Just as an example, let's say that Samek Nighthawk, in this case, let's say that that's an expensive archery equipment piece. And that's great. But this Samek Mizar, let's say that's a person. But we happen to be paying for that because the Google account wasn't set up properly. You want to alert your team of anything in here that's currently ranking that shouldn't be ranking. That's the whole goal of this section. Step 9, this is where we actually show you competitors, not business competitors, but these are competitors in the search engines. So Archery Talk, for example, is a competitor in the search engines. It ranks for the same keyword phrases as the website that we put in here at the top. So that's really, really important to look at, because, and then when you go over here on the right under AdWords keywords, this Three Rivers Archery, I can actually click on this and get a list of keyword phrases that that site is currently paying to rank for. Think of the competitive intelligence here. In addition, we can click on these and see what websites they are, of course, but we can also then know who to also put into this tool. So I can copy bowsite.com, put it into the tool, and I can get all of this data that we're seeing on our own site. We can get that for other sites, and that's a huge opportunity. So the last step is security certificate issues, which you can see here. This one has, it's not forcing HTTPS, which who knows what that means if you're not technical. What you want to do if you see any other red things in this list, that anything that's not a green check mark, you want to make sure that you take that to your tech team. So the goal of this tool is that you log into this every week and you check it out and you make sure that you have complete knowledge of everything that's going on within your business. I hope you enjoy the tool. Feel free to reach out to us at any point in time and let us know if you need any help explaining anything. Have a great day.